just read the first 26 pages of Fourth Wing and decided to do a whole vlog about it. I know I'm not the first one to do this, but yeah, I was just very curious if I liked the book or not, because it's so hyped. And well, the first 26 pages were unexpectedly good. I instantly liked the characters, loved the setting, loved the atmosphere even. I didn't expect it to be this good. I thought this would be just your typical YA book, but so far it's really cool. And I'm very excited to see how our main character is going through this initiation process, I guess. I'm reading it in German, so I don't know all the words for all the fantasy aspects in the book. But yeah, it's really cool. And I'm also excited to see all the dragons and the whole academy part, because I've heard that this is one of the best things in the book, especially the dragons. And yeah, I've heard that it focuses a lot on the training aspect itself, which I'm really excited about. Oh, by the way, this is the German first edition. That looks like this. So, if I'm going to love the book, I will have to buy it in English as well. I know that Fairyloot is coming out with a reprint of the first special edition, so yeah, might have to grab that if it stays that good. But it will take some time to get through, because this is a fucking long book. I think the German version has almost 800 pages. So yeah, we have 760 pages, which is a lot. It's been a while since I've read a very long book, but yeah, very excited about this. Wow, what the fuck? The end of chapter 1, the guy who fell from the viaduct. Whoops, I didn't expect that at all, but I like that. It's more realistic that way, and really excited to see how many more will be, well, not surviving. And the first scene between Xaden and Violet, well, it was your typical YA shit again, describing how hot he looks, and yeah, enemies to lovers stuff that is probably going on in here would be very obvious and very surprising if it weren't an enemies to lovers story between the two. I mean, I don't know anything about the book. I didn't read the synopsis. I just picked the book up because it's so hyped, and I know it's about dragons, so I can't really spoil anything on purpose. But yeah, I think it's a romance between these two. I'm not sure if I like that, but yeah, it's YA romance. I kind of gave up liking them. But yeah, everything else very nice, very brutal, and I hope there will be some dragons now. So I've read more pages. I'm now on page 80 and I'm still liking it very, very much, and I'm surprised that I do. So, yeah, it's very brutal. A lot of people have died and will still die, I guess. And I was introduced to the love triangle, and I have to say that one of the guys in it is just not a very nice person, and I think that Violet will end up with Xaden. So, yeah, anything else would surprise me very, very much because I don't like Dine, I don't know how to pronounce his name. And then the new girlfriend, Ryanin, seems very nice, but I think I like the main character much more. She's much more interesting, although a little stereotypical, like she's the innocent girl who doesn't know anything and then she's thrust into this other life and she excels at it surprisingly, and maybe there's some hidden stuff about her that we don't know yet. I'm really, really enjoying it now. Like, it's a solid 4-star book, if not even more at this point. And yeah, it's just very atmospheric. I think I love that it's quite slow paced. Like, I'm 80 pages in and not much has happened, but I do like that it feels very atmospheric and like I'm really there, and the world seems very interesting, characters are interesting, and so on. And yeah, it's very brutal, which I always enjoy. I mean, I like horror, so anything that goes into that direction is for me. And if a book really focuses on the school aspect, the training aspect, love that. And there were also some little hints at the magic system, which could be very interesting. Seems like every dragon human bond has something else to offer. So, yeah, really intrigued to see where the story will lead. Oh, and obviously, the dragons are very, very cool. If I didn't mention that, they remind me of the dragons from Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. And yeah, that's just very cool. You really see all the scenes in your head. Like, I want to see an adaptation now. It's like I'm already watching the movie while I'm reading it, but oh, it would be so cool to see all of the scenes on screen. So yeah, read a few more pages now, and I mean, I can't say a lot without spoiling, but there was just one scene right now in the night when Violet was outside to do something and she witnesses a secret meeting, and it just really showed that this is a young adult book because our main character is kind of stupid. Don't get me wrong, I like Violet very much, but in this scene, she didn't pick up on two very important things because she was just blinded by, I don't know, other stuff, I guess. There was an obvious mention of the stuff that they are learning in school and whether that's correct information or not, and she just completely ignored it. And then also something about Xaden and how he is acting as if he wants to kill Violet himself. But I mean, it's so obvious that he's trying to protect her so that no one else is trying to kill her. Like, Violet, come on. But yeah, other than that, I really like the story, and I even got a few Harry Potter vibes. Not in terms of the story, it's just vibes, really, that reminded me of it. And also a bit of Hunger Games. And yeah, it reads very, very fast, although it's not a super fast paced writing style, it's just very interesting and different things are happening all the time. New characters, new settings, new stuff to learn about the world and the magic and the school. So yeah, excited to read some more. Oh no, oh no, oh no. It happened again. I'm starting to dislike the main character. Dun dun dun. I'm on page 178, which is still not very far into the book. And yeah, Violet is annoying me now. I hope it will get better and it's just this one chapter. But yeah, I don't know. She's so different. She's not very smart, not thinking clearly anymore, and not getting any of the hints that I mentioned, and just swooning over the guy. Like, she's just constantly mentioning how hot he is, how hot it is, what he's doing. And yeah, she's not taking the combat and the training seriously at all. So yeah, kind of annoyed right now, but I'll hope that it will get better again. Yeah, I just wanted to share that little update to really have an honest review or opinion or whatever on it, since I did love it until the scene in the night. Actually, that's when it started to get very YA again. And yeah, I just hope there's more atmosphere now, maybe more magic, maybe some dragons again, and not just one-on-one combat again. But the book is very long, so I'm pretty sure there's still interesting things to come, and fingers crossed that just this one scene with Xaden and Violet fighting was just the only very annoying YA scene in it. Like, it's not even that she is doing whatever she's doing to get through all these combat training sessions. I don't care about that. She can do whatever she wants. That's fine. I don't care about her nickname that Xaden is giving her. Not, no, no, that's fine. I really don't have anything against that. It's just that she's acting quite dumb, while everyone around her basically is saying how smart and intelligent she's supposed to be when she's clearly not. That's the only thing that's bothering me. And it just so happens to be in almost every YA book nowadays, and I don't know why. I don't get it. Like, I don't need to have a character that's super smart and knows everything, but if there's obvious hints about something and the character isn't even thinking about it, I don't know. I don't know. And I read a chapter again. I didn't want to do so many updates, but there's just something that I can always talk about. So this time there was a new and interesting training going on, which is basically Takeshi's Castle, but deadly. And it was very, very cool. I loved that chapter, and I got almost emotional at the death in this one, because they always happen so surprisingly. I don't expect them at all, and then some person is just dying randomly. So yeah, that was amazing. And then the chapter ended with a conversation between Xaden and Violet. And yeah, I just don't like Violet anymore. I don't know what to tell you. I hated Dine, I have no idea, from the start. Now I don't like Violet. What will happen to Xaden in the future? He's like the only character that I like out of those three. I also like Rhiannon. She's very cool, but she's not very much in the book right now, but she's nice.
And yeah, Xaden, the only intelligent, normal person. I don't know how he can even deal with Violet. How is it not annoying to him? He is still very sane around her and very calm. And yeah, my respect to that attitude. I don't know if I could still be, well, that polite, honestly. But on a quite different note, I love these little excerpts. After every chapter, they are from all kinds of, well, fictional sources, and yeah, these are very, very cool. I really like to read those. Yeah, I read a lot now, and I have some more things to say. So yeah, I'm about halfway through the book now, and yeah, things happened which I can't talk about because I don't want to spoil anyone who hasn't yet read the book. But I can say that Violet is still very annoying because she just doesn't get anything. There were two more things at least that she just didn't get, but they were very, very obvious. For example, there was one guy who developed an ability to read minds, and he was instantly killed, and there's no explanation as to why someone who has this ability is killed. And Violet should think about that, but she doesn't. I have a theory about it, which I won't share just in case it is a spoiler, but like, it doesn't make sense to kill them unless there's a sinister reason for it. And then the second thing that was bothering me about Violet was just that one dragon unleashed his ability, or using it, whatever, and she witnessed it, and she clearly noticed that the power was going on and there was just this one dragon around, but she later on didn't recognize the dragon doing it, and she's super surprised by what the dragon was doing, and that just doesn't make sense. She was there, she saw what happened, and she still doesn't trust Xaden. Although he's rescuing her and being much nicer to her than other people, I don't get why Violet is like that. But yeah, that's the only thing that is bothering me about the book. Everything else is amazing, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm flying through the pages. I love the dragons, especially Andana. Love that dragon so much. So cute. And yeah, the magic is cool. Hope to see more of that, and all the training going on is cool. So at this point in the story, our main character has bonded with the dragon. So yeah, that part was very interesting, the actual bonding, and now getting to know the dragon and so on, and learning more about the magic behind it. That was very, very cool. And there was also a collection of stories mentioned that the main character read in her childhood, and I think it's going to be very important in some reveal in the future of the book. And yeah, it was mentioned once before, but I didn't pay attention, so I don't really remember what these stories were about exactly, but I know it was mentioned that there were two-legged wyvern. Is that how you call it in English? These dragon-like creatures. And it seemed very ominous and like something that will be involved in some kind of twist at the end. I, again, have some theories on it, which I just don't want to share, but yeah, I think it will show up again for sure. Oh yeah, again on these stories about these dragon-like creatures, that could be a whole book on itself that the author could publish. I would love that. Like the two books from the Grishaverse, one about the lives of saints and then the other about just fairy tales that exist in the fictional world. Like imagine having this story as well as a separate book. That would be so cool. But yeah, I think that's everything to update on for now. I think the next update will come when I'm almost finished with the book, hopefully. Just, I don't want to talk too much about it because it would feel like spoilers at some point. And yeah, I'll see what happens next. Well, hi there. I only have 70 pages left and decided to just give a quick little update before I finish the book. Not too much has happened actually. The second half focuses much more on the romance aspects, which was nice. Nothing that bothered me, but also nothing that excited me too much. Like the intimate scenes themselves are great. They're written very well, but Violet is just so annoying. I'm sorry, I just don't like her anymore. Again, it's the same things that I just mentioned before. She just can't control her anger, and she's not very smart. And that just bothers me tremendously, it seems. So, yeah. It kind of destroys my whole enjoyment of the book because everything else is great, but because she is just a character that I don't like, a lot of plot and character stuff is just dragged on so much. Like the second half of the book could be shortened significantly. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Violet is also dealing with her magic, which was alright as well. And yeah, now it's nearing the big showdown at the end. Can't really talk about anything there, but we learn a little bit more about some truths, getting some more answers to some questions. But I don't know. I'm still waiting for the big plot twist. I think there is one, right? At the end of the book, somewhere. Didn't happen now, or I just didn't feel like it was a plot twist. I hope there is something major happening and that this is not all, because everything that happened right now was very obvious and not really a plot twist. But yeah, I am excited to finally get some answers. So yeah, let's just see what will happen on the last 70 pages. I did it. I'm done with the book. Finally, it's like 4 a.m. right now, and yeah, I just wanted to finish it now, so I read like 300 pages today. And yeah, my final thoughts are very much the same as in my last update, I would say. It's just like the second half of the book wasn't as good as the first one for me, and still there was no plot twist that surprised me in any way. Even the last sentences, which are meant as a plot twist for sure, I saw that coming. I thought about that. It was kind of obvious to me. I don't know. I don't know what happened, but I just it lost the spark at some point for me. And I'm very sad about that because the first half was a 4-star book for me, even a 5-star book at times. I really loved all the tournament stuff going on, all the training, the magic, the dragons. I mean, I still love the dragons for sure. But yeah, I don't know. And in the second half, even a character dies that is much more emotional than some of the other deaths happening. But I didn't care at all. I just read the passage and then moved on like it was nothing. And other deaths that were about like random characters, really, they had an emotional impact on me. And I just don't know what happened. I really don't know, and I'm quite flabbergasted about that. But yeah, I think it's like a 3-star book now for me, so it's fine. But I don't know. I was hoping for more, I guess. And I mean, still, Violet is fucking annoying at the end. And I don't know, it's more of a romance book than anything, really. And I'm not the biggest fan of romance books, so maybe that's why I don't enjoy it as much. I have no idea. I don't even know if I will continue the series. Like, it's so weird. I was sure that I would read the whole series, get the fancy Fairy Loot edition, and just read through all the books, be excited about them, and love them, but now I don't know. And I don't know, my rating is so weird. Like, I'm not one of the people that downright hates the book, but I'm also not one of the people who loves them. So yeah, it's just a weird position to be in, really. Yeah, maybe I have to sleep on it or something, but yeah, that's the vlog, I guess. I really have no idea what else to tell you, but it's an average book. Nothing too bad about it, but also nothing too mind-blowing in my opinion, so yeah, it was worth it to read it for all the dragon stuff and the action in the first half of the book. And I'm sure that if the book was shorter, I would have enjoyed it much more. But yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video somehow. And I hope to see you in my next one. And as always, take care and happy reading. And bye.